Bună seara! Good evening! Welcome back to Romanian Language Step by Step with Laura. Bine ați venit, bine ați revenit la limba română pas cu pas cu Laura. This is lesson 11, lecția 11. It's going to be again some cultural information about some of the typically Romanian holy days, namely Christian Orthodox holidays. Okay, today is the 9th of March, 9 martie, and it's not working. I wonder why. Okay, and Christians celebrate. Oh dear. Right, and Christians celebrate an Orthodox holiday, 40 de Mucenici or 40 de Sfinți, sort of 40 martyrs, and as I was saying, it's a Christian celebration of the 40 martyrs of Sebast, and it is celebrated not only in Romania but also in the Republic of Moldova. From a calendaristic point of view, it coincides with the opening of the agricultural year because it's already spring, and some people believe that when the martyrs were drowned, some flowers rose to the surface. These martyrs were Roman soldiers, and it was about 300 and something when they were killed. So in their honor, to say so, on the date of the 9th of March every year, the housewives would bake a typical dessert with this name of Mucenici or martyrs. And this dessert is made so as, you know, it looks like the number 8, and because they're thinking of the flower garlands that were on the surface of the water because a miracle happened. And other people believe that this number 8 makes one think of the shape of the human body. Therefore, the shapes, well, it's a bit creepy, but the shape of the 40 martyrs. Anyway, this is one of the ways that mucenici are cooked. It's sort of a sweet bread. And this happens in Moldova, the northeastern part of Romania. And in Muntenia, the recipe is slightly different, but because I am from that region, I am going to talk a little bit about this recipe. I try to bake it every year if I can, if I don't have my mother or my mother-in-law with me to do it, as a sort of a recognition of who I am and where I'm coming from. So, ingredients for the dough, for aluat, pentru aluat, we need 350 de mililitri de lapte, 350 milliliters of milk, 100 de grame de zahăr, 100 grams of sugar, 30 de mililitri de ulei, 30 milliliters of oil, două, we should know that because we used eggs for soup, for the chicken soup, 15 grame de drojdie uscată, 15 grams of dried yeast, zahăr vanilinat. Now, I'm not sure you'll find this. It's vanilla flavored sugar, or icing sugar. And finally, 750 de grame de făină, 750 grams of flour. Of course, you need flour for the dough. And for the topping, we need miere, honey, and nucă măcinată, ground walnuts. Now, if you are allergic to nuts, you can use coconut. I'm not sure this creates any kinds of allergy, but we sometimes replace one with the other, or we use both of them. Okay, so these are the ingredients. In order to make the dough, we first need to dissolve the yeast, drojdia, in some milk, not all the milk, which has to be warm or lukewarm. It can't be can be hot because otherwise the the yeast won't use its properties. And we let it dissolve for a little bit. In the meantime, in a big bowl, we will have the farina, flour, a little bit, a pinch of salt, the sugar, zahărul. What else? The eggs, ouăle. Now we can actually whisk the eggs with the sugar before, but if you don't want to, for this one, it's not compulsory. Zahăr vanilinat, if you can find it. Try a Romanian shop or a Polish one if you can't. Okay, and after we had this, we can pour the solution, to call it so, made by the yeast and milk, or a combination of milk and a little bit of water, over the rest of the ingredients, and we try to mix them. If you've got one of those mixers or robots, fantastic, because they will make the dough for you. If you don't, I actually use my own hands and try to knead the dough. Right, I'm not sure I mentioned, after we mix the yeast with the some of the rest of the ingredients, we have to also add the rest of the milk little by little, and then the rest of the oil little by little. Okay, we have to knead it thoroughly until we get tired, and then start again if possible, and then let it rise for an hour. The dough has to have like sort of an elastic consistency, but not to be sticky. Okay. Now after an hour, it should, it should rise. Mine looked great. The whole bowl was full, but I didn't make a photo of it, so you don't have the photo. Right. We take a ball of dough and try to shape it like I did here in the, like in a shape of a rope. Ideally, it should look all throughout it the same size. Okay, and sort of 20 centimeters. Okay, in length, and then we have it in a half, yeah, and we try to sort of make a plait if you can. Only we don't have 3 parts, we only have 2. Okay, so put them together or wrap them around each other, and then when we get to the end, yeah, we try to seal that, and then try to make a shape of number 8, like I did here. Now you can notice that some of my 8s or some of my mucenici look good, some of them don't look that good, because I'm not a professional. Okay, but anyway, I tried. And obviously, once we make them, we put them in the tray, and I used cooking paper or baking paper, sorry, and we leave them for a little bit. I don't know, maybe 10 minutes, and then we will bake the mucenici or Sfintisori in a preheated oven, and the oven has to be preheated at 180 degrees Celsius. Well, the recipes, I have to say that I actually used Jamila's recipe, which I adapted because I didn't want to have that many. So it says there, and everywhere actually, that they shouldn't be let in the oven for more than 20 minutes, 25 maybe, and they should be watched. So if you are a housewife, or I don't know, and you want to bake them, watch them, because they get easily burned. After they're ready, actually before they are ready, we should warm the honey so it becomes liquid and easy to spread on top of the Sfintisori. And I use the brush to spread it, as you can see, and the Sfintisori becomes sticky, so I can actually pour the walnuts on top of them, and this is the result. I wouldn't start eating them immediately, although I'm a fan of very, very fresh and warm cookies of whatever, or pies. So cover them and let them for at least 10 minutes so that they taste would combine properly. And here we are at the end of the recipe. I think these ones were great, or at least we like them. My family liked them. Try them if you want. I hope you enjoyed the recipe and the information about this Romanian holiday. If you liked it, you can like the video and subscribe if you want to find out more. Okay, that was it. Thank you for watching. See you soon. La revedere!